Oh my god, good evening, afternoon, and morning. I think we're on about 20 different time zones. There's so many of you guys. I think this is my biggest show audience to date, and we're at 400 shows. So, without further ado, I'm going to take you for a little nostalgic look back through the last 2 years. I won't take you further than that because that'll involve my spare bedroom, a blanket taped to the wall that the kittens pulled down continuously, and a fuzzy camera. But we'll do the last 2 years. See you soon.
Welcome to Stageit 2022 with me, Hannah Warmer. We have been through a lot these past 2 years, and this isn't our first rodeo. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the music.
I forgot to pick my violin up. We're doing a lot of prep. Hello, everyone, and welcome to King's Landing. In case you didn't see my posts beforehand, I was like, what do I wear for 400 show? And I went for the most expensive dress I have. That was bought as a Christmas present to me. And you can't see it because there's a dragon in the way, but he'll go soon. But I've got a fascinator. I don't know if you have these in the States, but a fascinator is something that we wear in Britain for weddings and horse racing and like posh events. It's like a hat but just sits in like there. And basically I have this and a white one that I've lost. The white one would be better because when we came out of lockdown 1 in 2020, around the shops, like there was no weddings, there was no events, and so all the shops have reduced their fascinators to like £20, and normally they're hundreds and hundreds of pounds. So I bought two and wore them around my gym swimming pool all summer. So that's why I have Fascinator. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Mike. Hello, Gordy, Kirk, Danica. And I'm following in great footsteps because I'm the second Stageit artist lineup, the third Stageit artist, but the first to reach this milestone were a husband-wife duet, Danica and Jeb, who are here tonight. So I'm following in great footsteps and more artists to come. We're the only, I think, 3 people on Stageit to ever have reached this milestone, but I'm sure we're not going to be the last. And a big congratulations to Stageit, who have finally merged with Venue, and it looks like it's on the up and up. And what a great thing, because this is my favorite concert platform out there, and I've tried a few. Hi, hello. Jeb's show, I was getting ready for it, so I chatted at the beginning, but I was just watching while doing my makeup. But yeah, I'm going to take you on a tour of all the shows. So if you're new to my shows, these are mainly theme shows I'm doing tonight, but I'm going to put some other music in, not just sort of the themed music. So this is my favourite show of all time. Up until today's show, it was the most attended of my show, but I think, I don't have all the stats like Danica and Jeb, but I think tonight's show has smashed my first Game of Thrones show ever, which was highly attended. It also had for it that the whole world was in lockdown and a little bit bored. and also I face swapped my face onto Daenerys for the picture that was in the featured list. Everyone's like, oh, what's that? But this show to create took about 40 hours of work, the Game of Thrones show. It's been done 3 times before, but I'm just going to play you a few tracks from it. We're not doing the whole Game of Thrones show. So I'm starting off with this very special one because pre all this pandemic-y thing, my first foray into releasing or putting out their stuff I wrote was arrangements of other people's music. So I'd been classically trained, but before I was just performing. But I wanted to stretch my composer kind of side of me. And this is Hands of Gold from Game of Thrones, and it's available on all major platforms, and that's my arrangement of it. Pandemic thing. Thank you so much, guys. And now I'm going to tell you a little bit about my journey onto Stageit. So in 2015, I was looking for ways people were saying on the internet. So I only mainly performed in Europe and in Britain, which used to be part of Europe at the time. Thank you, MJ. And I was looking for ways, like there'd be people, Paul was one of them, but there's a few, I've got fans in different parts of the world, but not enough to justify me going there. And they're like, when are you going to perform here? When are you going to perform here? So I literally wrote a Google search, ticketed online concerts or something, how to perform ticketed online concerts. I just thought there must be something. And then Stageit came up, so I looked into it. And one of the first concerts I watched, I think, was Janet Devlin's. And I thought, well, that would be good. But I didn't know too much about anything. And they had an app at the time. It was a rudimentary app. And so I got the app on my iPad. And it was like bad lighting, bad camera angle, probably bad sound. And I performed in my living room. But I tell you something, back in 2015, people were less like expectant on the quality and people were quite kind. So I started doing like Stageits every 3 months or so, but I used to have so many frustrations. I feel like Stageit were ahead of technology and Wi-Fi capabilities, and so were my dreams. Do you remember the frustrations when I tried to do that? I wanted to do, when I finally did the Atlantis show through the pandemic, once I got Wi-Fi, it was like the most amazing thing because I tried to put that on 2 times in the past in 2016. I thought we could do a green screen. We could do anything. And I tried to do it and the internet jammed and it was all these frustrations. And so with Stageit updates and with the pandemic and with me getting Wi-Fi, everything started to change. But for all of you, you're going to be sent out my collage picture after the show which shows, I asked Paul to send me some, because Paul was at some of those original shows. I don't think he was at my first one, but he definitely probably saw me losing my temper and Atlanta show going, it's not going right. And like half the audience could see it and half couldn't, and the frustrations and everything. So he hasn't got all those pictures, but he's got some earlier pictures, like pre-pandemic pictures that's in the collage, and it's going out to all you guys tonight. If you would like a signed one, you can see like the top supported prizes and everything, like a hand sign sent to your door, but everyone's getting one of those collages with a virtual signature on there for me. And yes, and Daniel's quite an early component of Stageit as well. I think Danica and Jeb were on there earlier than me, but I think you guys came and went maybe. But I found the early days very frustrating, but we didn't give up, and I'm so glad because it's improved so much. And that's also why I'm very much into Stageit, because so many of these platforms have opened up during the pandemic, and it seems like a lot of people saw a niche and a quick fix in the market, but Stageit were not there for the pandemic. They were there because they had a vision, and I agree with that vision. I think this is a great way to make friends, to enjoy ourselves, and hear wonderful music. So cheers, boy. Cheers. And we're 11 minutes in. It's okay. I always check the time, because sometimes I can finish a speech that half an hour. How did that happen? So the next one, we're going to stay with the Game of Thrones before we move on. This is one I just absolutely like. It's not my own arrangement, but it's very good for the violin. This is A Lannister Always Pays His Debts. Only good things from the time of Corona. Hi, Jake. Thank you, Kirk. You it's not going to be all dark material tonight, and actually we're making a little documentary about the making of this show, which is going out on Patreon for you Patreons, and we filmed it today, so you'll see that we put a lot of effort into not making the whole thing extremely dark. Thank you, MJ. Thank you, Susie. Hello. Sorry if I haven't said hello to you all. Like, yeah, I'm so sorry. Give me put loads of emojis in, because that thank you so much, Kirk. Also, I'm making the boy do this. So he was mucking around. Scott would know this. Most brass play a different key signature to violins, but he was mucking around on some of his brass instruments, and he was reading this piece of music. So would you like to play? Thank you, Scott. Thank you, so kind. Could you play a little bit of A Lannister Always Pays His Debts on... Oh my God, you're knocking my curtain.
Sorry.
My green screen. What have we got here?
This is the tuba.
It's a tuba. He's not going to come on screen. It's not his thing. Lovely. It's a beautiful instrument. Romantic even.
Yeah, something around there.
He's trying to read violin music. Wait, can you do, this fast bit? So this fast bit is made for violin, so it's very, like, not too difficult on the violin. Can you show how much more difficult it is?
Yeah, well, the note's DFA, isn't it?
DFA.
DFA.
It is a Dragonian. So this is like writing especially for a violin. Lassie thinks it sounds wonderful.
Thank you.
This is specific violin music, so it's like incredibly hard on the trombone. This is where we have our problem, because the boy often arranges the music for me for some of the theme shows. I'd say you do about 80% of it now, where it used to be me, to clear workflow. And the boy doesn't understand what's hard for the violin. So what's easy for the violin can often be hard for the brass and vice versa. And so he'll tell me stuff like, don't worry about this piece. You can just practice it once on a day. It is easy. And like, it's basically a walk in the park. I've learnt now, when the boy says that, I need to work on that piece for a month solid. It's always the difficult piece. But a trombone slide is worse. Do you want to try that on have you got your trombone, or you're giving up?
Yeah.
Doing this on a trombone. He's standing on way so he doesn't blast out the microphone. Can you hear that? It's not, no. It's specifically a violin thing, I think. So we're going to go to one more kind of dark theme, and this one goes out particularly for Kirk, because he was having an amazing time with Danica and Jeb, and their concerts looked amazing. But I scheduled Peaky Blinders show at the same time Danica's live shows are on, and Kirk flew out to Danica and Jeb's live shows, and I kind of did Peaky Blinders knowing, like, well, at least Kirk likes it. And so I've recorded the show, and that will go out on Patreon, but I'm going to take you to just a tiny bit of Peaky Blinders. We're going to go to a nice speakeasy bar, and we're going to do the theme tune, Red Right Hand. The boy's rushing around. This is the boy's got to press this one. Difficult job. Very difficult.
It's tough.
It's a tough. experienced so much through the first lockdown when we didn't know where we were or anything. Stageit and you guys were a complete lifeline to me. You know, like the world went crazy and a lot of people panicked, and I think like going to a shop was very panicky for me and most people. But in between going to a shop, I had the sunshine, you know, that heat wave we had in the UK. I had like the animals, and I was growing my own veg, and then beautiful Stageit concerts to keep in touch with you and all the kittens and things. So it was really like, though it's a terrible time, it wasn't bad memories what I had of it, and I think it's a lot down to you guys. Oh my God, it's chilly there at the moment, Linda. We actually have a storm. Like, what is the storm called? It's a named storm.
Oh, I don't know, we've got two coming at the moment.
We've got two storms.
I can try and find out for you.
I'm just going to say, like, in the UK, whenever we have storms, they always, like, dissipate. It's not a big deal. But if you saw the video of me walking my dog this morning, that was just as the storm was coming. It felt like I was in Cornwall.
So this one is Storm Dudley.
Okay, Storm Dudley's flying over our head right now. And I was a bit worried that all the power lines would be taken out. Bradley is here! He made it! Okay, everyone, I'd just like to introduce my friend Bradley. He is basically Greece's version of Grace Davis or Giant Devlin. So he was a finalist in Greek X Factor with Stageit Show. And it's so lovely to have you here, Bradley, and I really hope you enjoy the show. Bradley, just to explain the context of all this, I'm going through some of my most popular shows and some of my favourite shows that I've done over the last 2 years. We're currently in Peaky Blinders territory. But we're moving on to brighter backgrounds. Thank you, Bradley. I hope you're doing well, and I hope I think you've got nice weather in Greece at the moment. Yes, everyone say hello to Bradley. He's a wonderful, wonderful singer. Hopefully one day he'll be on stage yet, if he has the time. 80 mile winds expected. Garden fences blew down the last time. Yeah, I think this one's going to be quite bad, this storm, but we've still got electricity. We're still here. We're still living. So, on to our next land. And we are going to, remember this one, everyone. Alice in Wonderland. Oh, and the context of my outfit, Bradley, I wore my most expensive dress, a Ralph Lauren dress with a fascinator, because that's what you do. Mushrooms, absolutely. Yeah, Bradley, you're going to join Stageit right now. You're going to join it right now. I'm so glad but I said, I hope you can, because he was like, oh, could I go to your concert tonight? It's like the 400 one. I was like, yeah, I'll send you a ticket. I hope you can meet everyone, because it's such a lovely audience. I'm not sure if Bradley's watching on a phone. If Bradley's watching on his phone, that means, oh, thank you, Bradley. If he's watching on his phone, that means every time he has to comment, potentially my sound will turn off. I found that when I'm watching artists on my phone, me doing my show, I go to comment to you guys, and then the sound stops. It's very frustrating. So, oh my God, this is, we should really stop this. This is just going to keep going. Is Amanda okay with this? Need to be moving on.
I haven't had anything right now, but yeah, I think let's go through this one.
We'll get rid of Alice quite quickly, because some people are not great with spinning things. I'm nearly okay. Alice in Wonderland. This is the more modern one, and this is a piece by Danny. Oh, sorry about that. This is a piece by Danny Elfman. special interest in film music, mainly because I compose for film. We're moving on now from film to TV. This was like, I know, thank you MJ, thank you Peter, thank you Bruno, thank you Lisa, and hello to everyone. And sorry if I don't read your comments, it's because I'm trying to get through. We packed them in tonight. We really, really packed them in. So Bridgerton, this, I can't remember what this is. This was 2021, beginning of 2021. So basically we got the broadband, the fiber optic broadband in October 2020, and that meant I could like finally do the shows what I wanted to, what I dreamed of, you know, my vision. And we really went for it full throttle. So yeah, so this is Bridgerton. And who remembers this? Who was here for the Bridgerton show? It was just like really, like me wearing a ball gown being really camp.
I pulled out of that show.
Good pun. Okay, I need a toe tap from you.
You need to toe tap.
Nice and short, isn't it? The good thing about writing a TV theme, it has to be less than a minute long.
Bish, bash, bosh.
Yeah, just write something that people can hum, but it isn't too long.
Don't forget to show off your
Oh yes. So I think we've got time, and I think this is the right setting for it, actually. A big thank you to Steve, who sent me a gift package of really amazing cheeses. Some of my favourite cheeses, and a new one for me to try. So this is Comté here. And it's not cheese tasting. If you want cheese tasting, it is available on a Sunday. Cheese tasting this week on the Sunday. We do for Bradley as well, who won't get any of this. We do cheese tasting around the world. And we're cheese tasting in the United States on Sunday. But this is Comté here, which is amazing. It's beautiful, isn't it, Bradley? Is Bridgerton Irish? No, Bridgerton is set in like the Georgian period, Regency, London. But it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of like this. So you'd love it actually, Bradley. It's very raunchy. You should watch it. So this is Comté, and this is the most I'm only going to buy from this company now. I was like, but I have to I'm going to transport it all from Bath. And Liam told me they have a company in London. So they have a branch in London. The best Comté ever. Thank you so much, Steve. And then I've forgotten the name, but this is Steve has shown me a new Italian cheese I never heard of. It's basically, it's got like little, I don't know if you can see on there, but it's like sort of dark flecks in there. It's the texture of a cheddar, got a kind of Gruyere taste, but it also tastes garlicky, and it's amazing. Very good from my mouth. The boys try and play my violin. Thank you so much. It's the most amazing cheese. I'm never going to buy cheese from a supermarket ever again. Never, ever, ever. So cheers to us all. Cheers to all the artists here. And there's so many artists here tonight. There's Natalie, I can see. There's, I believe Daniel's here. There's Danica and Najeb. There's Lisa here. There's, oh, and she's back. Sonia. Sonia with an I, not a, no, is it? I get confused between the two Sonias.
Sonia Javette. Has a Y.
Sonia with a Y, not an I. I think Sonia with an I is a bit poorly at the moment. And an artist who's not on stage yet. Yeah. Bradley. And we've all had our own experience of how we came to stage it. But I love how it's grown the community and the positivity. And I love the friendship I love that the boundaries are broken between audience and artists, that we can all be friends. And Noel's here. Sorry, it's like more than normal people here tonight. So yeah, and meeting all you guys from around the world, and also I think I've learnt more about like people's different countries than traveling there. If you go there a week on holiday, I think we've learnt a lot more sharing our experiences on stage. It's good to see you too, Sonia. And I'm sorry if I ever spell your name wrong. I get confused between Sonia with an I, Sonia with a Y. I do get confused between that. So thank you guys, and I'm looking forward to everyone else's milestones and what's coming up. And now, Ian, I played the recorder at school once, but don't think that counts as an artist. Well, everyone can be an artist, can't they? You know what though? I like doing art also just for fun. People always expect you to be amazing at stuff because you can do one thing well. And so I like to paint, but I'm like an okay painter. But this summer I'm learning to play my granddad's guitar. My granddad who passed away, so that's going to be a project. I'm not going to be performing it on stage yet. I'm not going to expect you to sit through it, but I will put a few clips on social media just in case you'd like to see my progress. Oh, definitely, Bradley, you should. Everyone, give out, like, let me know in emojis if you think that Bradley should be on stage yet. And, like, I'm sure, like, loads of artists here would give you advice, Bradley. Because there are quite a few, they're from reality, like, you know, like talent shows, but isn't that X Factor UK, Grace and Janet?
Yeah.
So you'd be the third X Factor person that I know of on here. I think there was one other who's here at some point as well. So, okay, this is one, I think this show, for me, it was one of my favourite shows. No one really mentions it as their favourite show, but it was highly attended. I think it was like a Marmite show. It's a sci-fi show, my sci-fi show. So if you like sci-fi, you really liked it, and if you don't like sci-fi, you probably hated it. But I'm going to play you my favourite scene. Also, I suppose it's very niche. I really like the Hunger Games, and I thought I was so impressed by what we did cinematically in this next shot you're going to see. So we're basically going on a tour of Pan Am, and one of the Liam Hemsworth. I forgot I was going to say Hemsworth. I'm forgetting my language. Liam Hemsworth. I was going to say one of the Hemsworths, but not like the one that's not funny. Liam Hemsworth takes us on a tour of Pan Am. You're going to hear his voice. Let me know if the sound's not great on this. We can turn it up and down. We haven't because there's so much to this show, we haven't put so much emphasis on each individual scene. And I will be playing the hanging tree from Hunger Games. So I love this scene. I hope you guys do. This was a really iconic moment for me because I realised what we could do in Stageit shows. I'm small on purpose. And do you know what I'm really looking forward to? Looking back on the 800, when it gets to our 800 show, and I mean all of us artists, our 800 shows or 1,000 shows, and looking back on these shows and going, oh my God, look how basic we were. Like, can you imagine how far we're gonna come on our 1,000th show? It's just gonna be such amazing entertainment. Thank you so much, Bruno and MJ and Bruno again and Steve and everyone. Thank you, Gal and Paul. And I'm getting close, but I'm okay. Thank you, Martin. Bravo, bravo. Thank you, Bradley. So we're almost at the end of my favorite shows. We're here. What a great place to end. Don't worry, I'm gonna pick it up at the end. We're all gonna be upbeat. So we've tried everything in this pandemic, but hasn't it given us artists time to experiment? Whether it's experimenting with really cool cameras like Danica and Jeb, experimenting with different songs we've never sung or played, or experimenting with crazy ways to do shows and to introduce music and entertainment together. And so I think it was Claire Streamer, who, by the way, everyone, is in hospital at the moment, was such a shame. I think she suggested she'd like a murder mystery. So the first murder mystery we did was almost a year ago, and that was Murder on the Orient Express. Then we did Murder on the Nile. And the cool thing about these shows is you, the audience, it's like a murder mystery dinner party, but we do it on stage. So you, the audience, act out your roles. One of you dies, and then the rest of the audience work it out while I'm playing the violin. It takes a lot of planning. So we don't do them too often. We've done 2 in the space of a year. And the next one is in April, if you'd like to take part in that.
DJ Guzzy, however you want to pronounce it. What if it's like Hunger Games with Stageit artists?
Oh my God, that would be the best. That's going to happen one day. We all get. Thank you so much, Scott. Thank you. That is absolutely amazing. You guys are so generous. So yeah, that is going to happen in the future. They're going to put us all in a forest, and basically, if we perform well, you'll give us little parachutes of food and stuff, and we have to pick each other off and kill each other. That would be amazing.
Who's President Snow? That's the question.
President Snow, the boy.
Yes.
or Zach, the president of Venue, could be President Snow. So Linda, you were a bright light during the toughest times. Thank you, Hannah, and thank you, Linda, and you guys. But I don't think I was the only one. I think I honestly do. That's why I'm very loyal to Stageit, and honestly, it tests you sometimes, but I'm very loyal, and I think we're all loyal to Stageit because I think I'm so glad I could perform for you guys in the pandemic, and I was as I think it was Scott or Kirk said, or maybe Witty fan, Conduit, which was stolen from Alicia Witt's album. I was the conduit, but I think I was just the one performing, to be honest. Without the platform that Stageit is, we wouldn't be able to chat so much and make friends, and it's just such a wonderful platform. And it's all happy coincidences. We're happily, you were nice and wonderful audiences and friendly, and it was all happy coincidences how we ran into Danica and Jeb, and Natty got put in touch with me, and this has all been one huge happy coincidence. So really, really pleased with our happy coincidences.
I think we should give a round of applause to the audience.
A round of applause. I've got a better one. Let's give a cheers.
Cheers. Okay, let's do a cheers.
Prost, zum Wohl, chin chin, and cheers to the audience. Well done, you guys. Hannah is a pipe. I've missed that one. I'm not sure. Okay, so this does not fit the background at all. So most of it's on the Orient Express, but if you watch that first show, this is where the murder mystery, when they tell the story, went on here. So this is my favourite song from On the Train, the Orient Express, Minnie the Moocher. Or maybe not. Hey y'all, don't be a stranger now. Hope to see you at the cheese tasting on Sunday, plus Friday night shows. I did that extra bit on at the end. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. But we're almost at the end of the show. We're almost out. Thank you. I missed what Danica wrote. Thank you so much, guys. We've got 3 minutes left. I would like to point out there's so many amazing artists on here. I recommend also, I'm going to be this, I said I was going to do it last summer. I think it's taken an extra summer. I'm dropping stuff. But I'm going to be introducing Stageit to my regular life. So I wanted to do this last summer, but there's still quite a lot going on with how... I'm going to bring you over, actually. Beer Hall. So everyone remember Oktoberfest? Yay! I'm going to be introducing Stageit to my regular life. So I'm going to have a barbecue in the summer. I am going to be playing Stageit on a big projector so we can have Stageit as our background. And then in addition to that, I'm hoping the artists, I think it may be on a Saturday, so it'll be Danica and Jeb, but hopefully performing on before or after Danica and Jeb. And I can perform for my audience, well, audience friends, that's terrible. Perform for my friends before or after Danica and Jeb if it is a Saturday. I have Danica and Jeb on the projector, and then you guys can watch them in my garden. So I'm trying to find ways to introduce Stageit to my regular life. But definitely watch the artists here. Definitely don't forget a Friday fun European lunchtime show for me, and there's cheese tasting on the Sunday. Danica and Jeb, if they're still here. Thank you, Scott. Thank you so much, guys. Got 2 minutes left, so I'm gonna have to quickly play through my last song. But can Danica and Jeb write their change of timetable this week, because I don't actually know when they're on. I'm not great with changes in my life in general. So this is Queen of the Night, my second from last release. And I'm going to have to stop it halfway through to announce top supporters. So it's just half of Queen of the Night. Unless you can all call Stageit Tech and ask them to extend the show. My trick now that I just call them all the time to say hello. Peter cried wolf too much with me. I cried. I do it all the time. Stageit Tech. Okay, guys. The top 5 supporters are. Wait, I've been extended. Have I been extended? I don't know. Top 5 supporters are Bruno, Locke, Steve, Linda, and Scott. And the top 3 supporters are Steve, Linda, and Scott. Thank you. I think I've had a 3-minute extension, so I can still carry on playing. If they cut me off, I just saw an extension come on, and they know what I'm asking for. Oh, my screen's gone blank. so much, guys, for coming. I really hope you've had such a great time like me. My phone is just jammed. Thank you so much. We're out of time, but I hope to see you at everyone else's show. Hannah is a bit dark. Absolutely. I've got my... Do you know what? I've got a white one of these, and I don't know where it's gone because it would have gone in the dress more. But thank you so much. I hope that Bradley will join Stageit. I really do. I think he'll be a great addition to Stageit. And I hope to see you at everyone else's show. And I hope that we'll be here celebrating, before me, obviously, Danica and Jeb's 1000th Stageit show. And that'll be mine. And then...
And the millionth.
The millionth Stageit show. And every time we can look back on past shows and go, no, weren't we basic? No.
We've got holograms
I could do
now.
it right. I could do it like that. Yeah, basic. I don't know. Has anyone watched what's
Inventing Anna.
Invented Anna yet? I love her accent. It's so basic. But I'll see you guys soon, and thank you for putting up with me.